The Brownsville Airport played an important role in shaping national and even international aviation history. Cameron County Historical Commissioner Jean Fernandez explains more in this week's Throwback Thursday.
Brenda, we're here in front of a historical high point in the Valley's history, a very romantic period. This is the Pan American World Airways Western hub for all of their operations, and I'll tell you how it happened. In the beginning of November of 1927, the Brownsville Chamber of Commerce, in conjunction with the City Commission, formulated this particular plan. It wasn't long after that they got the attention of President Hoover's head of aviation. And by the end of November, they were on their way to Washington. Upon the ratification of that project by City Commission and the Chamber of Commerce, they passed a bond election for $200,000 to start the building of this airport. At the onset, it's very interesting because this wasn't the location of the airport. There was 640 acres of land adjacent to Loma Alta Lake, which was out in the Jackass Flats region there, that were gifted to the city. They elected to choose this spot, which is in the El Jardín subdivision, but at a little closer proximity to Brownsville. And that's where they launched their program with about 1,600 acres of developed lands. We're talking about the first portion of 1927. The race was on. There were other cities and other parts of the country that were interested in this hub because it would link all of the air traffic from the north, from Houston, Dallas, and points north, St. Louis and all that, through Brownsville, entering into Latin America. Well, guess who was on board immediately? The Matamoros Chamber of Commerce proposed among their ranks in order to relegate some land outside of Matamoros for this project. Now that really got the Brownsville people nervous, and so they upstepped their program in order to do what they were doing. There was another competitor in the arena, and that was Laredo, Texas. It was rather sad for them because they, in 1928, now mind you, that was a little late, passed a resolution with their Chamber of Commerce, and they allocated $100,000 to build their particular airport or airfield. Well, Brownsville won out. This facility was inaugurated on March 9th of 1929. What we see behind us here was not built until 1930. The original terminal was over to this side. In the inaugural presentation, celebrities were invited. Now listen to this list. Charles Lindbergh, Amelia Earhart, and Captain Ira Eaker. Captain Ira Eaker was a pioneer in aviation. Amelia Earhart did not fly in. She came in by train by Missouri Pacific. She left New York because there were foul weather conditions in that area, and so she couldn't fly her plane, so she came in by train. And she settled in to the beautiful El Jardín Hotel in a suite of rooms. Now, Colonel Lindbergh landed here, and he was taken immediately to Fort Brown. The first airmail that came out of Mexico into the United States was said to have been carried by Colonel Lindbergh. That was not true, to be accurate. It was carried into Brownsville the day before that by a particular official from Mexicana de Aviación. And then on the inauguration day, Saturday, that's when Lindbergh came through with the mail pouch and all the ceremonies were taken care of. Now let me get over to Pan American Airways in particular. That was a glamorous period of aviation and a very substantial period for Brownsville because they chose this Brownsville Airport as their Western Division hub. What does that mean? It means that all air traffic east of the Rockies came through here for Latin America, for all of Latin America. Let's get up into the World War II period. That's 1941 to 1945. This airport here was very important in the war effort. It had an advanced air cadet training program that was here, and believe this or not, it had the initial tests for the jet engines done right here on this airfield. What they did was they brought B-29s in here, and this is the first time that B-29s were tested in this nation. They brought them in here, and they loaded that prototype of the jet engine over the bomb bay, and they would take it out and circle it through the Laguna Madre area. They would lower the jet engine and test it. In 1978, a program was developed by the community in order to make this facility obsolete, and hence the new airport was begun construction. It opened in 1982, and the romance, the particular elements that went into the history of what we have behind me here actually were wiped away by the modern era, and the rest is history. For KVEO News, I'm Eugene Fernandez.